guys, welcome to my channel Vinyl Beauty, or welcome back. I'm Debbie if you don't know me. So in today's video, as you know from the title, we're going to be trying out one of the super hype Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Illusion eyeshadow duos. That's a mouthful itself, isn't it? These were super hyped because of the cost of them. These are really expensive for two eyeshadows, but I was really curious, and I haven't got too much that's luxury makeup in my collection, getting a bit more, but just really wanted to see if they were worth it, to be honest. So I just picked up one, which is the gold one, Do You Know Who I Am? It's the one that looked the most sparkly and I thought the most impactful in other people's videos and in swatches, because it took me a while to decide to get this. But I bought mine from Cult Beauty. They were £37 out of £5 rewards thing to put towards it. So £32 for me for two shadows. It's a lot and they're both shimmers. But we're going to properly try this out today and create a look. I'm not going to swatch them because we're going to use them both on the eyes, because that's what matters, how they perform on the eyes. But what I'm not going to do is hinder their progress as such, because a lot of people have been saying they're so expensive, I'm not going to use glitter glue, I'm going to see if they perform to the cost. Well, that to me isn't fair, because every other shadow that I've got I would use glitter primer with. So we're going to do exactly what I normally do, but we're going to try and create the sort of eye looks that I do. And I'm kind of going into Christmas a little bit, so I'm going to do a gold eye and a red lip. So without further ado, I'll scooch you in and we'll get started and see if this is worth the money. Okay guys, I've brought you in closer and we're going to do cheeks before we do the eyes. I've got the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Lotus palette from this year's festive collection that I brought out. I bought all three of them, and I also bought the Barney's one, the first one of those as well. I've not tried this at all yet, but I wanted to use the red blush from here, so we're going to do that. Now I think this could be pretty pigmented because this isn't the colourway that's meant for my skin tone, but I love a deep blush and I love a red blush, so I was pretty sure I could make this work, and I'm sure that I can. Yeah, it's going to be fine. I've just gone in little by little. I just dab to the pan basically until I get what I want in terms of opacity, but I do like, as I say, quite a lot of blush, particularly this time of the year, and I even like the little bit of blush on the nose at this time of year as well. I think that can look super cute. So how have you guys been? It's been a couple of weeks since my last video. We're well out of Halloween now. Didn't get a lot of Halloween filmed. I bought lots of things, but I never got to show you them. But I might still do some looks with them, just drop them in here and there. I don't have to do Halloween looks with Halloween palettes, do you? So, and I kind of like darker kind of aesthetic looks in any case. But I've been buying some Christmas things as well. So I've got the Colourpop and Frosty the Snowman collection to show you. Didn't buy it all, but the highlighters, the palette and the lip kits. And that blush is beautiful, really love that. Another product I've been loving lately is this Sigma highlighter. This will be the third time I think I've used it, and it's a really nice colour for me. It's the shade Moonbeam. It's got sort of a goldy luminescence to it, so I think it will go really nicely as sort of a topper over that blush, and also to match with the eye look. Generally I don't mind having sparkle in my highlighters, but this doesn't have any, and it's super smooth, and I'm loving that about it actually. Ethereal glow, but it's still very much there. It's blinding, but it's not got any glitter particles. It's really pretty. Right, so onto the eyes. We're going to prime with the Sigma eyeshadow base in Persuade, which is the one I like to use if I'm going to do a neutral sort of eye. Prefer a white base if I'm going to do a colourful eye. Okay, next up I'm going to need to put some mattes in my crease, because I don't like to do an all shimmer look. And I got this Natasha Denona little quint in a glossy box in the summer, and I've never used it, and it'll be my first time using Natasha Denona, so it'll be interesting to see if that's worth the hype as well. So I'm going to start with a big fluffy brush and use the centre shade just in my transition area. It seems to have picked up a lot on the brush. Ooh. Oh, okay. It seems a weird thing to say, but it's almost got a creamy feel to the matte, which I do like in a matte shadow. Probably the only person that you watch that has never tried Natasha Denona, I bet. I've also got another palette that's got pink shadows and blushes in it. That it's got cream blush and highlight, I think, which came in another set that I've bought. I bought one of these like bag of tricks things that Cult Beauty are doing, where you get lots of products. It was, I think it's about £400 or £500 worth of products for £100, and it's got an Illamasqua lipstick in it, which is one of the things I wanted, and it's got a Natasha Denona palette, and those two things on their own were worth the price, but there's loads of things in there. I'll have to show you, perhaps do a video showing those. And I've also got a similar thing that Space NK were doing as well, and that's got a Lisa Eldridge lipstick in there, Milk Makeup setting spray, there's all sorts of, or Rare Beauty blush, so lots of things I've never tried, and I thought it was a great way for me to try some of these things that I've never really spent any money on because I thought they were too expensive, but this was a great way to get them. I've also bought the Sephora Advent Calendar, so I'll have lots of new things coming in that. I'm really excited for that, but I'm going to open it, as you should, you know, each day in December, because that was £200 with £1,000 worth of value, so there should be some good things in there as well. Other than that, I've not bought too much makeup really. I've bought things I'm going to use rather than lots of like the latest palettes. I did buy a couple of Crême cosmetics palettes, or the only two palettes they do. So Crême are a UK based indie brand with really beautiful shadows. The palettes are here and they're gorgeous. One's a neutral one, Bougie Boudoir, and the other one's a Skull and Roses, and they're both absolutely stunning. Don't know if I'll make a video on them, they're quite old now, but just let me know if you are interested. I'm just going to, with this same brush, just going to the lighter shade, just further blend up to my brow there. I've just used the same brush and I haven't wiped it off because it was nearly clean in any case. I like the formula of these. They're a little bit kick-uppy, which I like, without being crazy, and they're blending really easily. And about the right level of pigment, I think. That first shade that we started with onto the lower lash lines, I can connect up in the outer corner. I don't want this to get too out of hand though, because this is just really to test out the shadows in the Patrick Tar palette. I know in the Sephora Advent Calendar there is a Patrick Tar quad as well, so I'll be trying that at some point. I think I'm ready to put some glitter primer on and try these very exciting shadows from Patrick Tar. So I'm just putting glitter primer on both eyes, not too much but just enough to make the base just a little tacky. Definitely get the most out of the shadows then. I didn't want to go with depth in the outer corner, that's always what I do. I wanted to keep this a lot more twinkly and pretty and on the lighter side. Okay, so this is the Duo. Super reflective packaging, high quality, nice packaging. It is plastic though. And then there's two shades, and to start with I was like, are they a bit too similar? When you see them close up, one's a lot more bronze and the other's a lot more gold. So we're going to put the bronzy one on the outer part of the eye and then the more goldy one on the inner part, so sort of two-tone. So I'm going to pack that bronzy one on the outside of the eye. Oh, it's got so much sparkle. Don't know if you can see that, if it's coming off on camera as sparkly as it is, but that is literally packed with sparkle. And I'm somebody that's terrified of using glitter on my eyes, so to find a shadow that's packed with sparkle like this, that almost looks like a pressed glitter but very fine, is always a good find for me. I went for the gold, as I say, because I thought that looked the most impactful, and I think it probably is from what I've seen in other people's videos. But also, as you guys probably know, I'm going on the Queen Mary 2 next year. It's April, so it's not long, and there's a red and gold gala night, and I wanted a really twinkly special shadow for that. I've got shadows like this, but not quite as goldy and intense with this amount of sparkle in. I'm going to take that a bit further over than I was initially intending, because I think this is the more sparkly of the two shades. And on the inner part I'm going to use the lighter one, which looks a bit more cooler in tone than the first one, just a little bit brighter. is ideal just to brighten up this inner corner, and they definitely are two different shades of gold if you were considering this one. Oh, it's really pretty. As you know, if you've been here before, I'm somebody that likes a very dramatic makeup look normally. I just wanted something super pretty. They definitely have something special about them. I don't know whether they're £37 worth of special for two of them, when you consider you can get a whole Pat McGrath mothership for around about £100 if you search around, and you're going to have all your mattes and probably 4 special shades depending on which one you buy. But I do love how portable this is and how you could just pop this in your makeup bag and you've got something really special. Alright, so that's the eyeshadow to this point. Just going to hop off camera. I'm going to do a little mini wing and a red lip, and I'll be back with you to show you the final look. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I really love how this has come out. I've never felt more beautiful actually. I think this is the sort of makeup my husband's going to love. We're going out tonight to see Red One, the new Christmas movie, and I think it's perfect for that, but it's also very glam. It's a party look, isn't it? So I think it's going to be perfect for my cruise as well. But to finish it off, I've gone in with a slick waterline pencil from Melt. This one is in the shade Caramel. I didn't want anything dark in the waterline there, but I wanted something, so I thought that was perfect. And then for my lips, I've done a bit of a lining combo. So I've got the Lip Perfectionist from Melt in the shade Caffeine, just in the outer corners of my lips. And then I've got Bloodlust from Pat McGrath, which is a really beautiful dark red lip liner on the rest of my lips. And then I've got from the Dracula collection from Melt, you know, their Universal Monsters collection they recently brought out for Halloween. This is the Thirst for Blood lipstick. And yeah, it's a beautiful vampy shade of red, but I think it goes perfectly with that gold eyeshadow. So is the Patrick Tar eyeshadow worth the money? Well, you can get a lot more for your money, but I don't know if it's as special as this if you do. So I don't think you're going to see how sparkly and dimensional and beautiful this is coming off on the eyes when you see it on camera, but there's so many micro particles of glitter but you can't feel a thing. It's really smooth, and yeah, I'm not sorry I bought it whatsoever, because I think I buy lots of palettes. I use the palettes a couple of times on my channel and I put them in a drawer. This I think I'll use because it's the sort of thing that I'll gravitate towards, particularly for parties, for cruises, for anything like that, because it's just the classic gold shades. I wish I did one that was a lot more like this, but just 2 silver shades. There's not really one that sort of suited me for a silver one, but there is a greyish one, but it wasn't as sparkly. But I think this is definitely the one that caught my eye the most. So as I say, I think it is worth £37 if you're going to use it, but only you can decide. But the formula is super smooth, it's impactful, it's really sparkly and special, and the perfect party eyes, I think. And whether you've got a lot of skill with makeup or zero, I think you could make a really gorgeous look with it as well, because it's doing a lot of the dimension for you. Because you've got those 2 different tones, you can put the lighter tone sort of closer to the front of your eyes and the deeper one further out, and it gives you that dimension, and it's just so easy. So yeah, really happy with my purchase actually. I've got to stop myself from buying any more, but I don't really think the others offered anything more for me and personally for my makeup style that I wanted. So I'm really happy with the one I chose. You'll have to let me know guys, did these catch your eye? Do you think it's extortionate to spend £37 on 2 eyeshadows? They're quite decent size actually. You're getting quite a lot of product. They're not the smallest you've ever seen, and the packaging is really luxe and beautiful. So sometimes it's the experience for me as much as it is the products themselves, and I felt really special using this. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. So guys, you'll have to let me know, what do you want to see next? So I have got these Crême palettes. I'll just quickly show you. There's 2 of them. There's the Bougie Boudoir, which the packaging's so beautiful, and that's all nude shades, and it's my jam at the moment. I'm really liking neutral nude eyeshadow. I don't know what's wrong with me, but some beautiful duochromes and multichromes in here, really nice. And my experience ordering from this brand was really good. They shipped on the same day. I commented on their post about that and said, like, because they'd said that they had a sale, because they had, I think it was 40% off, and I commented how quickly they got the package to me. It was the next day, and they said that's what our customers deserve. Isn't that great to hear from an indie brand, to say that you're not waiting for like 6 weeks for something, you get it the next day, you know. This is the Skulls and Roses. Beautiful again. You guys might remember the Sosu Suzanne Jackson Glitter palette that I had years and years ago. Have you been around that long? It's very similar in vibes to this palette, and I loved that one so much. It's probably too old to use now, it's like 6 years old, but yeah, this is very similar vibes to that one. Very vampy and dark and gothy, but yeah, quite romantic as well, and lots of reds and pinks in there. Absolutely love both of them. So if you want to see either of those, then let me know if that's of interest to you. I don't know if it will be for people in the States, because obviously you've got the shipping to get things over to you like we do when we're buying from the US indie brands. But I am going to be buying the Nomads palette as well, that's been revealed today. Polar Express palette. And I've got the Colourpop Frosty the Snowman collection as well. So just drop a comment and let me know what you want to see, because I'm only filming about once a week, so really want to make it something that you want to see. But just thank you so much for watching this one, guys, and I hope you're having a lovely run up to Christmas. It's definitely Christmas central now, isn't it? We've sort of gotten past Halloween and in the UK bonfire night, and once you get past that, it's Christmas all the way, isn't it? And I'm here for it. I love Christmas. So yeah, I'm really excited. As I say, love this time of year, and can't wait to make some festive content as well. So please do let me know what you want to see. But other than that, guys, that's all I've got for you. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.